two great vegetables this time of year are spinach and asparagus. Both of them are so wonderful and so refreshing and so great after a long winter months. And they do great together, and that's what I'm doing with a salad today, wilted spinach and asparagus salad. Now what I've got is red asparagus, or purple asparagus, whichever color you want to call that. It has basically the same taste as the green, and you probably would have to eat it plain before you could determine any difference, even if you were a really good taster. But you'll notice what happens after you blanch it, because what we needed to do was blanch this one for about 3 minutes and then purge it immediately or plunge it immediately into ice water to stop the cooking. But you notice that there's very little of the true red color left when you compare the two. The red dissolves into the water and fades away, so you're left with that green. The trick is to make sure that you plunge it really fast into cold water so that you stop the cooking. Otherwise it's going to get too mushy on you. All right, so that's ready. You can actually do that the day before, have asparagus with your meal, and just have this much. I cut it into pieces because it's easier for me to work with, but if you like working with spears, that's fine too. This salad makes 2 servings, depending on your family and how much you like it. What we're going to do is, I've got 3 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar. We're going to mix that with about 1½ tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. A clove of garlic that's been minced up real well, and 2 tablespoons of minced red onion. You could use yellow onion, you could even use green onion in here, that would be fine too. And about 1/4 teaspoon of coarsely ground black pepper. That pretty much goes to taste. What we're going to do is just whisk this together a little bit, and then we're going to heat it up. Now, many times when we talk about wilting with spinach, we actually will put the spinach in something. This one is simply a matter of putting the hot dressing over the spinach. So I want to get the dressing warmed up, and then I'm going to add the asparagus to it. This is the reason we didn't want to cook it too much before, because there's going to be a little bit of additional cooking here. Stir these together. We want to make sure that the asparagus is heated back up, and also that we get it all coated with the dressing. Make sure everything gets nice and warm, and then we're simply going to put this over our spinach. Now, if you're doing 2 servings, I'm serving it all on one platter. You could also do it as individual plates. That's probably about enough on this. Turn the platter just a little bit so I can get a better angle on it. And this will limp the spinach down enough that this is something that you want to serve right away. But that's all there is to this. It's a very quick salad, especially if you've made the asparagus the day before. I've used small baby spinach so that it required very little of the taking off the stems. If you use larger spinach, you're going to have to work on the spinach a little bit more. And if you're really lazy and you don't have your garden going with spinach at that time, you can also use pre-washed baby spinach, and it works extremely fast that way as well. Something for the spring, for the early summer. For Oklahoma Gardening, this is Barbara Brown.